What is up? It is Big Char Trades back with another YouTube video. And in this video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. As you guys know, I've talked a lot about doing my daily market reviews. So I figured I'd make one for you guys. I haven't done my market review from today, but this is by far the biggest thing that's had an impact on my trading journey, trading career, these daily market reviews, because it shows me all the possible entries and exits that I missed out on for each day. Today, as you guys know, I did not take a trade. I personally didn't see any setups that were appealing. But yeah, so let's just get into the market review. I'm going to show you, how I go about doing these so you can implement it into your own trading because again, like I said earlier, this is probably the thing that's had the biggest impact on my trading in the past couple of months. So starting off on the hourly time frame, we don't really see anything other than this huge range from today. So as you guys know, yesterday we had PPI, and as you hopefully know, 8:30 a.m. news creates data highs and data lows. So yesterday we had PPI, so this is the 8:30 a.m. candle, highs and lows. Let's make sure it's on the 5-minute. Yeah, so that's the 8:30 a.m. highs and lows, and then let me go to CPI, which was today. I believe this is the CPI candle, so this is the low, and this is the high. Now, as most of you guys know, how data highs and lows work, or at least how I trade them, is just like session highs and lows, right? So if price sweeps data lows, like for example, these are data highs, these are data lows. Price sweeps data lows, my drawn liquidity is data highs. If price sweeps data highs, my drawn liquidity is data lows. Now, a lot of you guys know that yesterday we had some mid price action, and here's why. Well, we swept data lows, so my drawn liquidity was data highs, and we just kept dumping for no reason. We just continued to dump all the way into the edge of this 4-hour gap. We edged this 4-hour fair value gap. So that was very, very odd. And here we see that today's data high and data low, my drawn liquidity going into today was this data high from yesterday since we never ran it yesterday. And so we just swept data highs and we continued pushing up to this data high from PPI, which was yesterday. And so now, logically, my next drawn liquidity, the only one left that has not been swept, is this low right here. So we have a few potential setups that we could have taken today. The first one being this sweep. So we swept this data high and we have this order block right here. Again, guys, I haven't done my market review from today. This is just what I'm seeing in real time. This is an order block because we pulled back into this bearish fair value gap. So we were inside this order block, so I would have happily, this is what I was looking for at market open. I was looking for an inversion after sweeping that high. So we swept this high here, and we didn't really have any inversion until this 1-minute low, or until this 1-minute fair value gap was actually closed under. But I'm not going to take that trade because at this candle closure, that is a 46-point stop. So this is way too big of a stop for me personally, and that's a negative RR trade anyway. So I did not take anything there. Let's see if we had any other opportunities. Where are we? Yeah, so we have this 5-minute fair value gap. Now, the only reason why I would consider longing this gap is because it sits in the discount, right? It sits perfectly in discount, right? The lower 50% of this range. So that being said, I should have considered longing out of here. Let's see if we have any sort of inversion or anything. Yeah, so we had a 1-minute inversion right here, but again, this looks like a huge stop. What's the stop on the closure here? On the closure, this is a 38-point stop. So that's still like too big of a stop loss for me. I mean, we could have waited for the retest and I've had a 30-point stop, but still, like, that is just not really something that I love to see. So I probably wouldn't have taken that either. Now let's see what else we have. we have, okay, so this is actually a nice setup that I see right here. So we have this data high from PPI right there. We could have definitely taken this 5-minute gap. I think some people took this 5-minute gap, and then there was like a 1-minute inversion right here. So like resweep that low, inverse this 1 minute, right? Get the change in state as well right here. Change in state of delivery. Why is this a change in state of delivery? Because we swept the lows here, as you guys can see. So this would actually be a nice trade, and we would take that on the inversion. So that inversion happened up here, right? 28-point stop all the way up to these highs. That would have been a beautiful trade, like 1.4R, not terrible, with practically no drawdown. That would have been a good trade from today. This happened at, this happened at like 11 a.m., and I'm typically off at that time. Let's see if we would have had any like nice setups after sweeping that high. Yeah, so after sweeping this data high, this PPI high, let's see if we had any SMT or anything. Where are we? Yeah, like right here. See if we had any SMT here. Could have had like a nice short or something. Okay, yeah, so we have this SMT, as we can see, right? The NASDAQ didn't sweep that high. ES clearly swept that high. So we could have taken like a nice inversion here. There isn't really much. This inverse right here, oh, this would have been beautiful actually, right? Could have gone short there, and then could have TP'd at this low right here. Would this trade have gotten stopped, or would have we hit profit? This is like a 2.4R, and we would have hit TP. Although might have gotten stopped break even there. I probably would have gone break even somewhere here and could have gotten stopped break even. This is a solid trade though. So there's another setup that we missed out on today. Again, guys, doing these market reviews is just really helpful because it trains your eye on what you should be looking for. This is a beautiful trade. Let's see if we have anything else. Let's go to like the 15-minute time frame. We have that long and that short. Do we have anything else? I don't think we have. This is all bullshit. Jesus, look at this. Yeah, we don't really have anything else, not gonna lie. I think those were the only two trades that could have played out today. I mean, to be fair, you like could still be holding this short, but I doubt it. Like, I have a lot of conviction that price is going to come down and take this swing, these data lows down here, right? This is the only liquidity that hasn't been swept. It also looks kind of irregular as well, and that's always a plus. Another thing is, some of you guys may have seen, I'm swinging puts into like September 30th. Reason being, I want these data lows to get swept. Yeah, I think these are the only two trades that I would have taken today. Not gonna lie. Let's see. Yeah, and it's funny because they both happened right after each other. Right, we had this long, and then right after we had this short. And usually how it works is like if my first trade's a dub, I wouldn't take a second trade. So I probably would have only taken this trade. But again, like the reason why I didn't even see this setup because I was already off the charts at this time at 11. So yeah, I mean, there are a few things, here that we can learn from, right? Like we could stay on the charts till like 11:30. This data high was really, really obvious, and I should have put a little bit more weight on it. I feel like I was eager to get off the charts because price was doing some bullshit. So I was just like, all right, fuck this, I'm going to get off. Typically when a draw is that obvious, like it's worth it to stay on. And so I definitely should have stayed on. But yeah, guys, I think this concludes my my little recap from today, my market review. These are two, right? We have both sides of the range here. We have a long and then we have a short. There are two solid trades. This first trade pretty big stop, 28 points, and then the second trade, 13-point stop. Both solid trades. But yeah, so this is how I do my market reviews. I really, 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 really recommend that you guys start doing these market reviews because it really helps to train your eye and it just makes you a better trader, right? And that's the goal. We just want to do anything we can to make ourselves better. I'm actually going to be live trading in the Discord tomorrow at Market Open. So if you want to tune in for that, then go ahead, click the link in the description, in the premium Discord, of course, and go cop premium. We have Q&A. We have a Q&A tomorrow as well at 3 p.m. And I also just uploaded some more course videos, so that's great. Let me know in the comments below if you have anything to say. Let me know if you took one of these trades that I just recapped, because these were both solid trades. I did not take anything today, so yeah, I just thought it would be cool to show you guys how I do my market reviews. I know there's a lot of questions when it comes to that type of stuff because everybody does it differently, but this is personally how I do it. If you learned anything, let me know in the comments below. Literally read all my comments and subscribe if you feel like it. With that being said, peace out, have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow.